Yet again, we see someone with health and physical problems, genuine problems that have absolutely nothing to do with veganism, blaming it on veganism for popularity, status, and probably money as well. Hey, it's David Rams, welcome back to another video, and I'm feeling a little bit cozy today, so I've got my hoodie on for today's video, going to debunk some anti-vegan nonsense while feeling nice and cozy and comfy. If you don't know what this is a quote made by Regan Russell, the activist who was tragically killed just a few months ago whilst protesting outside of a slaughterhouse. Says, "I'm trying, I don't know if it does any good, but I know doing nothing does no good." I've been selling these on my website, all the profits have been going to an animal sanctuary, and just today I sent $180 to them from the sales of these hoodies and these t-shirts. So if you are interested, go pick one up and help the animals. As part of my 5-Minute Friday series, I've been going through the news that has been relevant to animal rights and veganism over the last, it's been like, 4 or 5 months now. I recently decided to put more of a focus on anti-vegan news. So what's been going on in the anti-vegan world? What have people been saying? So let's jump into this week's video. Let's put those 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to take this down, it's getting a bit hot. Let's debunk some anti-vegan nonsense. A relatively well-known British vegan and animal rights activist, I have to do that again, animal rights activist has actually gone ex-vegan and has blamed all of his health issues on veganism and said the animal-based diet miraculously cured all of his problems. A very popular anti-vegan pro-carnivore page posted Tommy's story with this before and after picture that you can see right now. Along with the caption, "Tommy Kelly, formerly Tofu Tommy, has left veganism and vegan activism behind him in favour of a healthier future with animal foods. After being vegan for nearly 4 years, he now sees the essential role of nourishing animal foods for mental and physical strength. Tommy is open about his experience and generously shares his story and the lessons learned so that others do not fall over the same stumbling blocks." We're going to get into this because, as you might have smelt it already, it's full of bullshit. I want to be very, very clear about something before we go on. This guy, Tommy, has serious mental and physical health issues that have been going on since long before he was vegan. I'm not here to bash this guy because of that. That's not what we're about. I'm not about bashing him, but I am going to call out his bullshit. You see, his entire situation was covered in a news story by The Mirror, which is a big news outlet in the UK. This all happened before Tommy went vegan. And here's a list of the issues he was having before going vegan. He was suffering from EDNOS, a mental illness which causes sufferers to starve, binge eat, and over-exercise. His problems, which were triggered by grief and stress, led him to abuse laxatives, make himself sick, and follow crazy diets. He sometimes ate just an apple, a banana, and an orange each day. At other times, he lived exclusively on Pepsi Max to make himself feel full. His health became so bad that he spent 3 months in a coma and 6 months in hospital, and all of this gave him long-term medical problems because of the damage done to his body. This included sciatic nerve damage, drop foot, and no feeling below the knee, and osteoporosis. He also suffered from severe bowel issues and brain damage due to kidney and liver problems. And just let me reiterate, this is all before he went vegan. And of course, Tommy claims that the animal products miraculously healed a load of his problems. We're still waiting for the verdict on which thing in animal products, the miraculous cure for everything, like what is it? Because so far, no one has been able to label it because it doesn't exist. A few people that were very close to him have come out and talked about him as an attention seeker, and I went over and checked out his YouTube to see if this had any truth to it. Whilst I was there, I saw a video of him where he was preaching about veganism and how it helped him recover, along with a before and after photo of how the vegan lifestyle had actually helped him improve and recover from his eating disorder. So unfortunately, it seems that yet again we see someone with health and physical problems, genuine problems that have absolutely nothing to do with veganism, blaming it on veganism for popularity, status, and probably money as well. Some people over in the UK are mad because Viva has been posting animal rights leaflets through their doors, showing images from slaughterhouses and encouraging people to stop paying for it. Some of the parents said that although the images are not as graphic as some, the messages could be frightening for children who stumble across the leaflets on the doormat. They also said, if I had had a small child in the house, I would have been very angry that they'd be putting something unsolicited like that through my letterbox. I wonder if they'd get as angry if Viva were posting people growing potatoes through their letterboxes, or maybe picking apples. I mean, this isn't like your kids finding out Santa isn't real after being lied to for years and years. This is them finding out that you've been needlessly contributing to horrific violence towards animals on their behalf. I understand why you wouldn't want them to find out. But if you don't want them to find out where the food that you put on the table comes from, maybe you should stop feeding them the food. The animal agriculture industries in Colorado are getting upset because they believe their governor has an anti-ag agenda in mind. So here's a few of the things that he's done that have upset them. For the first time since 1949, he appointed a woman as the agricultural commissioner of the area. She has a degree in environmental studies and has experience in managing environmental programs, but they're upset because she's never worked in animal agriculture. Seems to me that they were really upset because she's not going to allow them to keep doing their disgusting practices that are fucking up the planet, and instead she's going to focus on it being more environmentally friendly. That's what it seems like to me. They're also upset because he appointed a vegan into the board of veterinary medicine for the area. They say, how can a professed vegan activist make unbiased decisions about veterinary matters in an industry she wants to dismantle? It's almost like the farmers don't want someone who cares about animals to be in a position where she can care about animals. Why would animal farmers want a vegan who cares about animals involved in their businesses? It's definitely not good for business for them, is it? With the kind of shit they get up to. One of the final and last straws, the thing that really angered these farmers, the governor promoted Burger King's Impossible Whopper and actually bought them for his entire office. And that was a step too far. How could he possibly buy plant-based food for his staff? A Colorado newspaper editor commented on this, saying, Impossible Burgers in Cattle Country is like a cow pie at a tea party. All of this is just a pathetic attempt to save a dying industry that consumers are starting to reject in droves. As more and more of them see through this romanticized bullshit narrative that both advertisers and farmers put forward to reveal these manipulative, heavily lobbied, grossly unethical industries filled to the brim with social and political brainwashing that has been going on for years, all at the expense of horrific violence in a modern-day slave trade of non-human animals. And finally, we'll finish on a positive note with a nice story. PETA has just delivered 4 tons of food, of plant-based food, to the underprivileged in the USA. Ingrid Newkirk made comment on this and she said, PETA's tasty delivery will feed 2 birds with 1 scone. It'll help feed people who are struggling and show how delicious vegan meals can be. 4 tons of vegan food, how awesome is that? And especially at a time where so many people are struggling to make ends meet, what an amazing thing to do. And what an amazing way to make an achievement both for the non-human animals and teaching people and for the human animals who really do need that help. But here's a message for you, specifically for you, just for you. If you're not subscribed, it hurts. It actually really physically hurts. It's violence is what it is. It's a form of violence if you watch these videos without subscribing. So please hit that subscribe button right now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my videos in the future. Get in the comments and let me know what you think of this week's stories, and don't forget to tell me, is there any anti-vegan drama, any anti-vegan nonsense you'd like me to respond to in one of these little 5-minute Fridays? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to head over to the store and check out these cool hoodies and t-shirts that I've got going, and remember, the sales of these ones, specifically the Regan Russell ones, go directly to an animal sanctuary, Karuna Lane Animal Sanctuary in Canada, so you really would be helping the animals by picking one of these up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.